Hey, softball fam. Yoga time. Time to slow it all down, time to chill out. This yoga practice is really ultimately for what my body needs after this week of two hitting sessions, and also catching practice, pitching lessons. And yeah, this is time for my body to unwind, reconnect, and get back to a nice, ready state for the weekend for me, and getting ready for next week for you guys. So here we go. It's going to be a shorter session today, and lots and lots of movement. Ooh, yeah, you can't see my head. Let's turn it up. Less bed, more me. There we go. Oh, way better. All right. I'm going to start in the middle of my mat. I'm not sure where I'm going to end up, but right now, this is where I am. Go ahead and find your feet underneath you. Start at the ground. It's always a great place to start. And feel into the front of the feet, the back of the feet, maybe rock forward and backward, and then side to side. And ultimately, what we're going to try and find on our feet are the four corners. So the big toe mound, that's just below the big toe, the pinky toe mound, which is harder for people to find, and then the inside and the outside of the heel. Ooh, all right. And now that we've got that connection, we want to check in with our knees. Do we have a little bend to the knees? If you've been coming to my yoga sessions before, you've probably heard me talk about if you lock your knees out, you can cut off the circulation and fall over because you've lost the circulation moving up to your head. Did you know that our calves are the heart on the lower part of our body? So we're going to tap into our calves today and get them activated. Get that bottom heart going, pumping the blood back to our heart. That's really what the calf's job is. So we've got a little bend in the knees. Tilt our hips back and forth. Just giving some more awareness to how does this part of my body feel. So it's just super subtle, but you can see I stick my booty out and then I tuck it underneath. I stick it out and I tuck it underneath. And ultimately what I want to do is imagine that my sits bones, my butt, separates, making some more space for my butt crack. And then I'm dropping my tailbone down into that new space that I've created. And this helps to stack the torso and the shoulders over the hips. And then we roll the shoulders up and down, give them a little wiggle, roll them the opposite direction. And then pull them onto the back. So squeeze like you're squeezing a pencil in between your shoulder blades, right in the middle of your back. And then roll the shoulders down away from the ears. And then the palms face forward. And all of this gets us into mountain pose. The cherry on top, of course, is your head. You want to draw your chin back so that your ears are over your shoulders. Mountain pose. Close your eyes, tap in with your breath, see where it's at today. Throughout our movements today, the goal is to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. But if you notice that you're trying really hard to maintain that in through the nose, out through the nose, use your mouth, but it's in through the nose, out through the mouth, to release it. And like I've said in previous sessions, breathing is so key in everything that we do, including softball. Timing movement with our breath here in yoga practice will help to translate into our softball practice, which helps us to relax because our breath is tied directly to our parasympathetic nervous system. and our sympathetic nervous system, which happens to be connected at the diaphragm, the bottom of our lungs. On your next inhale, arms go up overhead, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lower the hands down. Inhale, arms up to the head, up over the head. Hands to heart center on the exhale. Take them down. Inhale, arms reach up, look up. Hands to heart center, and then down. One more time. Inhale, look up, reach up. This is creating a nice little back bend in our upper spine. Hands to heart center, lower down. Taking the arms out to the sides. Forward fold, swan dive. Nice long flat back, stopping where your body says, I cannot go any further with a long flat back. Mine right now happens to be way up here, and that's okay. This is just what my body needs. And I know the more that I work into my hamstrings, the backs of my legs, the more opening I will create and the deeper into this pose I can get. But it takes a moment for my body to go there. My hamstrings are quite tight. And I know a lot of softball players have really tight hamstrings. We're just slowly working our way into this pose with a nice long flat back. Shoulders are down away from our ears. You notice I changed my breath there. It started to get really intense. So I breathed in through my nose and out through my mouth. On your next inhale, take the arms out to the sides and come on up. Reach up, look up. Exhale the hands down to heart center. Again, go with your own timing. Lower the hands down, mountain pose. Inhale, hands to sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Find your new starting position. And then start to work your way deeper into the pose. Use the breath to get there. So on the inhale, we lengthen, and on the exhale, we go deeper into the pose. On your next inhale, arms out to the sides, come on up, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Taking the hands behind your head, interlace the fingers and then place it on the back of your head. And then press your head back into your hands. Remember that cherry on top that we did in mountain pose? We're gonna use it here. Then draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Squeeze the pencil on your back, but then shoot the elbows straight forward. This is active and strong through the upper body. On the next inhale, reach nice, long, and tall. Exhale, go to the right, opening up the left side body. In softball, we do a lot of twisting, and this helps to open up that side that we've been twisting on, both sides that we've been twisting on. Press your head back into your hands, elbows shooting forward still. Again, reach the body long on the inhale, and on the exhale, go deeper into the pose, deeper into the side body opening. Notice where your ribs are going. The tendency here is to let the ribs shoot forward. Draw them back, strong back, and then press your head back into your hands. Make sure you're still connected at your feet to the floor. Both feet, same amount of pressure. On your next inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower the hands down, give them a little shake. Maybe shake everything out, give a little wiggle. Next inhale, hands up overhead. Interlace your fingers, place them behind your head. Exhale over to the left. Opening the right side body. Check in the shoulder blades on the back, shoulders away from the ears, head pressing into the hands. Inhale, reach the body long. Exhale, go a little deeper. Check in with the ribs, check in with the feet. Ribs move back, stay stacked. Stay strong through your core. The stronger you can be through the center and the back of your body in this position, the deeper into the side bend you can go. Next inhale brings us back to center. Exhale, lower the hands down, give a little shake. Inhale, hands up overhead, interlace the fingers, place them behind your head. Press your head into the hands, lower the shoulder blade or the shoulders down, the shoulder blades squeezing, elbows forward, belly strong, ribs back. Now, inhale, lift the chest, the heart up toward the sky. The gaze starts to make its way up toward the sky, but don't tilt your head. Keep it nice and long, long neck, and keep working shoulder blades onto the back. And what you're creating with your shoulder blades on your back is a nice shelf for your heart to sit on as it reaches up toward the sky. Now check in with the ribs. Are they jutting out? It's easy to jut out in this position. Let's pull them back and then lift the heart. You can hear it in my voice. This is work. This is a lot of work to do this posture if you're integrating everything properly. On your next inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower the hands down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle with it, yeah. All right, we're gonna do that little series again. Inhale the hands up. Interlace your fingers, place them behind your head. Shoulder blades on your back, shoulders away from your ears, strong through the core, ribs tucked, and open the left side body by reaching your head to the right. Go deep into it as much as you can, as integrated as you can, and then inhale back up. Exhale, go to the other side. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale back to center. Exhale, go into your back bend. This lovely little micro back bend that we're doing. Inhale back to center, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold swan dive. Going to that long flat back. The depth of your reach, take your hands to your shins where I'm at, or your thighs, or all the way to the floor if it's accessible to you. Forward folds give us an opportunity to go inward, to go into self, to look at yourself. And back bends, the back side of your body. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do some balancing poses. The back side of your body is community, is outward, the outward world. Okay, I am prepping by rocking myself onto my left foot, getting the bottom of my left foot to engage. So I'm connecting with those 4 points I found earlier, and I'm up on my toe on the right side. On the next inhale, lift the right knee up as though you're stepping on a step. Engage the bottom of your right foot. So it's active, it's controlled, and then check in to see, is your foot like off to the right or off to the left, or is it right in line with your foot? Just hang out here. This is a tough position. For me, it really activates the hip flexor and makes a little tight spot right there in the hip flexor, which tells me that I have some mobility issues going on right there. This is where Emily from Baseline MX, the physical therapist, would be telling me, you need to work on that. And then she'd give me some stuff to work on. Okay, lower the foot. Exhale. On your next inhale, lift the left knee up. Activate the bottom of the left foot. Check in. Are you drifting from side to side, to the left, to the right, or right up the middle? The goal is to be right up the middle. Adjust so that you're there. Stay nice and active through the core. And again, check in. How does this feel right now? Again, I can feel my hip flexor, so I know I need to work on some of the mobility in that area. On your next exhale, lower the foot down. Gonna go back over to the right side, lifting the right knee up to the sky. As though we're stepping on a step, interlace your fingers at the top of the knee, and then use your hands to pull the knee in toward you. So you're forcing your bum to go backward. But then draw your belly strong and try to keep your shoulder blades on your back as you hang out here. Release the left hand, put it in cactus, and then take your right knee out to the side. Now, depending on your flexibility and the openness in your hips, you can come back forward and grab the bottom of your foot and come back up to that cactus arm. And then, if you can hang out here with no pain, no issues, we can attempt, and I don't know how far I'll get today, extend and then open that foot out to the side. Ooh, I can do it. Hot dang. And then bring it back in. Exhale, lower the foot down to the floor. Something to play with. If you notice things aren't going well for you, like you're not maintaining your balance, or you can't get your foot into that grip and you can't extend, that's okay. Hang out in whatever position works best for you. These are just progressions of what you can do, not necessarily what you have to do. Just suggestions. That's all I'm doing. I'm just guiding you. Okay. Set yourself up into the right foot. Feel the four corners of your right foot. And then lift left knee. Interlace your fingers onto the knee. Draw it back towards you. And then belly strong, shoulders on the back, down the back. And then we'll take right hand off and into cactus. Left foot, left knee goes out to the left. Opening through center. Now, again, if you want to go deeper, like I just did, you can go to grabbing the foot, hover here for a second, get your balance, see how this feels first, and then extend and rotate out. Ooh, I don't know if you guys heard it, but I did. There's a whole lot of popping going on in my hips. I am stoked that I can get to this position today. It's been a while. Bring it back in, and lower it down. Wiggle, 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 yeah. Okay. Fun little balance series, I think. All right, next up, we're gonna go into some sun salutations. If you joined me or watched the video last time, then you know what we're doing. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Whew, pause in your swan dive. Wherever you can keep a nice long flat back. And then taking your hands down to the floor, bend your knees if necessary. And then step right foot back. Hang out in the lunge for a second. Feel how that lunge feels. Drop the right knee down to the floor. Keep the toes engaged, and then bring your hands up overhead. This is a bow lunge. Draw the belly in nice and strong, ribs back, shoulder blades on the back, shoulders away from the ears, arms as straight as you can get them without overextending and locking them out. Next, exhale, lower the hands down to either side of the front foot. Take the front foot to the back foot in plank. On the next exhale, we're going to lower, lower, lower as slow as you can. And then on your next inhale, shoulder blades on the back. Bring the chest away from the floor, the head away from the floor. The gaze is about 2 feet out. The tops of my feet are into the floor, but you could also keep your toes curled under. It's totally up to you, what feels best for you. Again, I'm just the guide. Lift your hands away from the floor. See if you can maintain the same position with your hands off the floor. Then lower hands back down, lower your forehead down, curl your toes under if they're not already there, and press yourself back up to plank. And then we're going to down dog. This is your first dog of the day, I am guessing. Go ahead and pedal it out. Whew, I'm taking it nice and slow to let my right hamstring recognize what we're doing. Whatever works for you. Pedaling it out means we're lifting and lowering our heels. And then look toward your hands and step your right foot in between your hands. And it might take a couple of steps to get it up there. Hover here for just a second and then lower the left knee down. Keep the toes engaged on the left foot. Reach the arms long and come on up, low lunge. I'm staying nice and tall in my low lunge right now. We won't on the next one. We will sink into it a little bit more, but I'm keeping a 90 degree on my front leg. So nice solid corner, nice solid leg, and I'm reaching the arms high to the sky, not locking the elbows out, but reaching them as straight as I can. Shoulder blades on my back, shoulders away from my ears, ears glide back. Belly is nice and strong. Feet are engaged and working. On your next exhale, lower your hands to either side of the front foot. Come up into that high lunge and then step the back foot to the front. Forward fold. On your next inhale, stand, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. That is a half round, just one half of a sun salutation. I said this last time, it still fascinates the crap out of me. Ashtanga is a type of yoga, and in their series, they do sun salutation A and B over and over and over again. And their daily practice is to do 108 sun salutations daily. They wake up and they do it. And for some of them, it takes like an hour to do 108. For someone like me who doesn't do a lot of sun salutations all the time, like they do, it'd probably take me all day. I'm guessing all day. I might try it one of these days when my body's a-okay to go again. All right, we're gonna go into the second half of this lovely sun salutation. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands down on the floor. Step the left foot back. Lower the left knee down to the floor. Inhale, arms long and stack. And like I was telling you before, we're going to lunge deeper into it. So allow the hips to push forward, but then draw the belly strong. The chest stays nice and tall. We're not folding forward. We're not overarching backward, but we are pressing our hips forward. Exhale the hands down to either side of the front foot. Pop the back leg up and take the front foot to the back. High plank. Exhale, lower yourself as slow as you can down to the floor. Notice my elbows stayed nice and tight to my body. On the next inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra pose. Lift your hands, check that you're not pushing yourself up into this posture. Strong through the front belly as well as the back body. Next, exhale, lower the forehead down to the floor. Engage the feet, whatever that means for you. Keep the elbows nice and tight and push yourself back into plank. And then exhale, down dog. On your next inhale, look at your hands and walk your left foot up between your hands. Once you get there, on your next exhale, lower the right knee down. Inhale the arms long and stack yourself up. On your next exhale, lunge a little deeper, really allowing the stretch to happen in that back hip flexor. So my right hip flexor is really getting the stretch right now. Draw the belly strong still. We don't want to sag it out. We want to pull it in nice and tight and then check in with your shoulders. Are they creeping up towards your ears? Lower them away from your ears. Arms nice and long. On your next exhale, lower the hands to the front foot. On either side of the front foot, pop the right knee up off the ground and step the right foot to the left, coming to the top of the mat. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart.
Woo! Since we had a new moon 2 days ago, and because women's bodies cycle with the moons, we are going to do some moon salutations. See how well I remember moon salutations. Notice I'm facing the long edge of my mat. Go ahead and turn that direction. For moon salutations, it's kind of like a jumping jack, the first move. You're going to jump yourself into a star. And because new moon, there's a lot of stars out, we start in star pose. And then we go into goddess squat or horse stance. So turn your toes out to the corners of your mat. And then hands to heart center for this first one. Squat down. This is a wide angled squat. Bring yourself as low as your body will allow. We're just going to hang out here. And this is where we're going to start to integrate the calves. Like I was saying earlier, our calves are the second heart of our body. Take your hands to the insides of your knees. Lean forward, push your booty back, and then twist right shoulder down to the ground. Ooh, I got a nice pop there. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left shoulder down to the ground. Look the opposite direction. Inhale back to center. Do the opposite side again, right side. Inhale back to center, left side. Inhale back to center, restack. Hands to heart center. On your next inhale, come back to the star, point the toes forward. Exhale, forward fold. Take yourself as deep into the forward fold with a long flat back as you can. Maybe bringing the hands down to the floor. Lunge to one side and then the other. Opening those inner thighs, getting your abductors to wake up and stretch a little. Back and forth in your own time. And then on the next inhale, raise the arms parallel to the earth. Belly is nice and strong. On your next inhale, stack back up into your star position. And then we're going to jump to mountain pose on your next inhale. Go. Mountain pose. Yeah. That's a moon salutation. So much fun. Okay. Next exhale, jump to star. Turn the toes out. Coming into your goddess squat, you can leave your arms out. You can bring them to heart center. You can raise them up over your head. Whichever serves you. I'm going to go to heart center. And we're going to play with getting the calves integrated. So on your next inhale, lift the heel of your right foot. Coming up on your toe. And then sink a little deeper into your horse stance, goddess squat. Exhale, the right heel down. Inhale, the left heel up. Hang out there. You can start to feel your calf really get charged up in this. On your next exhale, lower the heel down. Straighten your knees. Reach your arms out to the side. Turn toes forward. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands down on the floor. Nice long flat back. We're going to put the right hand directly below our nose. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. Don't let your hips sag to the left. You want to square them. Keep them nice and strong through center. And allow the turn to happen in the thoracic spine, this upper part of your spine. On your next exhale, left hand down to the floor, replace where your right hand is. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Again, checking with the hips. Then they start to go toward the right, toward the twist. Square them back out and allow the twist to happen through the midsection of your spine. Basically where your bra strap is at. On your next exhale, lower the right hand down. Inhale the arms nice and long, parallel to the floor, out to the sides. And then inhale, lift yourself back up. Exhale, hop together, hands apart. Lower the hands down. That was our second moon salutation. We're going to do one more of those, and then we're going to the fourth. Okay. On your next exhale, hop out to star. Turn the toes out, going into goddess squat. Lower yourself down on the exhale into the squat. See if maybe you can go a little deeper this time. Taking your arms into a different position than you did the last time. It's different for each person, which is the most difficult, but hands at heart center are the easiest. But I'm going for most difficult, just because we're gonna go most difficult. On your next inhale, lift right heel. On your next exhale, lift left heel. Keep both heels off the ground. Balance yourself. Stay strong through the belly. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Deeper still. A little bit deeper. Exhale. Extend the knees. Reach the arms long to either side. Next exhale, forward fold. Place your right hand down. Left hand reaches the sky on the exhale. Inhale, reach yourself long. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, long. Exhale, lower the left hand. Replace. Exhale, right hand to the sky. Inhale, reaches. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, reaches. Exhale, lower the right hand. Arms parallel to the earth, out to the sides. Inhale, stack. Exhale, jump. Hands to heart center. And then non-pose. Woo! I love moon salutations. They are my favorite, and I very, very rarely do them. All right, we're going down to the floor, but don't just plop yourself there. That's not how we get there. We're going to take ourselves to the end of the mat, and we're going to make ourselves into a itty bitty ball and roll your body backward into a nice rocking position. Giving our spine a nice massage as we do this. On your next exhale, we're gonna go all the way back. Plop ourselves right here. Lay your head down. And then happy baby pose. Oh, it's so fun. Grab the outsides of your feet and your elbows come to the insides. And then the goal here is to pull the feet down toward the earth so that the knees get closer to your armpits. And then check to see, is your spine long and flat along the earth? Now, if your tailbone is rounded up toward the sky, I don't want you to do this, but if it is down on the earth, then I invite you to rock yourself from side to side, giving your spine a nice massage, the opposite direction that we just did. So good for your body to get massaged and squished into weird positions, and twisting into different positions. Twists help to wring us out. Massage helps to move blood through our fascia. Coming back to stillness at center. Release the feet and keep the knees up. And go into a bridge pose. Whew. So the feet come as close to your bum as you possibly can, in line with your hips. Don't let them stray out to the sides of your mat. You want to get them as close as you can, and then see, can you touch your heels? Yes, I can touch my heels. Then roll your shoulder blades down onto the mat. Underneath, you tuck them in, and then get them away from your ears if they started to creep up. And we're going to do some pelvic tilting. So keep my feet still. There we go. We're going to rock so that the tailbone reaches up to the sky. So your bum is reaching up to the sky, very bottom of your bum. And on the exhale, we release that and then press the tip of the tailbone into the floor. Did you know that your tailbone is also called a coccyx? Such a fun word. On your next inhale, press the low back into the floor, lift the bottom of your booty, the tailbone tip points toward the ceiling. Exhale, press the tailbone into the floor, the low back tilts off the floor. Inhale, tailbone to the sky, and then lift your booty up off the floor. Keep that engagement. Imagine that you're squeezing a block in between the inner thighs. Hang out here. On your next exhale, lower down. Inhale, tilt the tailbone to the sky. Exhale, lock the tailbone down into the floor. Lift the low back from the floor. Inhale, tilt the tailbone to the sky and lift. This time we're going to interlace our hands underneath our body and then walk our shoulders closer together under our body. So our belly starts to lift higher and higher away from the floor. You should be feeling this in your quads. They're working and stretching at the same time. So much fun. Imagine squeezing a block in between your inner thighs, your adductors. Release your hands, lower your booty, rock, tilting, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. On the next lift, we go right back into that posture, interlacing the hands under our body, maybe bringing the palms of our hands close together. That's the goal, to bring those palms together. Squeeze the inner thighs. Maybe if you want to play with one foot and the other. Release your grasp, lower your booty, and then walk your feet out to the width of your mat. And then rock knees side to side, windshield wipering. I did some thoracic spine opening, so that bra strap area of my back. I did some of that mobility work on Monday, and then we worked ourselves into a wheel, which is a bridge. If you did gymnastics or do gymnastics, then you'll know it as a bridge. If you do yoga, it's called the wheel pose. Bringing your knees back to center. Just allow the inner thighs to touch. Resting here for a second. Don't get too comfortable. We're going to do some core work. Got a little doing core work. Last two sessions, we've done boat pose, which is an isolation movement for the core. But the core is really meant to twist side to side. If you've ever watched like an Athlean X video on core, he always talks about how the center of your body is meant to twist. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to twist. So I need my hair tie. Oop. Put that sucker back in so you guys can hear me. Hopefully it's working. Get my hair back in order. I'm gonna turn myself to the side. Now there is a progression here. You can stay with your knees down and just lift the hip off the floor. You can straighten your legs out and lift up off the floor. Your elbows down, or you can go for the full version of it where your hand is into the floor and you're lifting everything up into a full side plank. And what we're going to do is reach under and then come back up. So it's a twisting motion and an isolation motion all at the same time. Here we go. I'm going to do the full version because I know that's what my body needs. You choose which variation you're doing. Knees down with the elbow down with the feet up on the feet, or hand on the floor, feet on the floor, lifting. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, lift. Reach your arm to the sky. This is my right arm up. And then reach it underneath and back to the sky. Ooh. If you notice that you are spilling from side to side, stagger your feet slightly like I just did. And we're going to work these into 10 reps. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then switching sides. I'm going to remain facing you guys. Stretch just a little bit and then prep your body for the opposite side. 3, 2, 1, lift. Reach the arm high and then go for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower back down and come back to your back. Okay. Let's wrap this sucker up. Walk your feet out to either side of your mat and then windshield wiper once again. So we did a lot of twisting in the upper. Now we want to unwind it by twisting in the lower half. And come back to stillness. Release the legs down onto the mat, the floor. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Interlace your hands behind the thigh. And then imagine that you're supporting a person on your foot. They're sitting there and you have to balance them. And as they put their weight into your foot, you can feel your bum reach down toward the floor a bit more. On your next exhale, grab the outside of the foot, half happy baby. So this should look familiar, but we're only doing one half. Reach the left leg long along the earth. Keep the balance in the hips so that you don't tilt off to one side or the other. On your next exhale, take the right knee across the body, supine twist. If you've done yoga with me before, this should look pretty familiar. Pretty much always end with this. If you've done any of my strength and conditioning workouts, we end with this. Inhale to center, reach the legs long, and then take the left leg up to the sky. Interlace the hands behind the leg, and then imagine that person sitting on your foot again. Not right now, please. I'm almost done. Interlace or release your hands and grab the outside of the foot. Pull the knee down to the floor, down to your armpit. Keep it nice and tight to the body. Reach the right leg long. And then exhale, take the leg across the body for supine twist. Inhale back to center. Release the leg onto the floor. Adjust your body so that you are comfortable for Shavasana, the last pose of our yoga session. And I'm actually going to end us here in this position. Feel free to stay as long as you wish or as short as you wish. It's totally up to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me today, watching this video and participating. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.